what I'd love to explore is the parenting side of the professional world, and anything in that world. So just John and I are kind of on the no kids team. Sam's got a fairly normal family situation, and
Tribe.
Justin is apparently running a human farm in Texas or something down there. Is because of this situation, parents are in a superhero mode lately, dealing with their personal and professional life at the same time. How has this experience been?
Yeah, so honestly, like it's been rough. Like I'm not even gonna, put on a mask and say, pun intended, saying that, everything's been great, because it hasn't been. It's been a freaking battle every single day with cleaning, preparing meals, trying to get them entertained, and then like running a startup, and then my husband runs a business. It's just been insane. But what's really been working for us is just keeping a schedule, obviously, the most obvious thing. But how do you do that? You take turns, and who's going to work? Like, let's say I work half of the morning, he works the rest of the morning, I work the rest of the afternoon, or half the afternoon, he works the rest of the afternoon. So just doing that and getting into like a schedule of who does what has been really helpful for us.
All right, so anybody that doesn't know, as of yesterday, I had 5 kids still, all under 11 years old. So this is the time when you find out what your relationships are made of, because it really does take skill and patience and empathy for the other person, because between homeschool, between playing principal, between your kids seeing you at home instead of at the office, so they see you present physically. However, you're not there mentally because you're working. You're trying to put things together. You're trying to make deals happen so you can still provide for the family. So trying to balance that it's been tough, but Sam said it perfectly. Having the schedules in place. As a parent, you're on duty all the time. You never get to relax while they're awake, ever. Because
even when they're sleeping.
Even when they're sleeping, yes, you still have to have one ear and one eye open.
Yep.
If you hear them crying in the night or they've had a bad dream. So it's just stress. You never get to sort of relax right now. It's instead of being able to go home and relax, it's just not that right now because you've been inundated at all times. And so there hits a breaking point between like 5 to 7 p.m., especially for us, where it's just like, okay, I'm over it. Because sometimes you just need to get away. Whether it's just to go to the store, even for y'all without kids, it's still a team effort. If you're married or if you have to be at home, you're still all of a sudden you're around each other all day, as I like to say, all day, because it really is just constant interaction. And that's the one thing we don't have now is that space to be able to miss someone. And right now, nobody gets any of that. So it takes a team effort to come together and sort of pick up the vibes the other one's putting off, because I think that's where the problem lies, is we expect everything to be done for us, but sometimes we just can't do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have seen like the scene from I Love Lucy where like the chocolates are like working their way down the assembly line, and like, but then inevitably like there's just so much chocolate coming down the line, like she can't keep up with it anymore. That is like every single day of the week, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like I literally cannot keep up with it. So for me, what I've found is I have to sit down, make a list, prioritize. What are the most important things I have to do? Who are the people that I have to communicate with? Who's the stuff that I've promised things to that are, the most important and the things that need to get done today? But the reality is that it is 100% chaos all the time. But some people thrive in that environment. I thrive with the chaos and the stress because it keeps me on my toes and it challenges me to see how productive I can be within a day. Most of all, your happiness. Happiness has to be there.
A lot of this comes down to assessing your personal situation. If you want to be more productive and more serious about taking control of your day, you need to have that mindfulness pretty soon. And eventually it'll be a really solid strategy of compounding habits. That's eventually what you want to get to, is a skill stack of compounding habits that are leading to your goals. So little details that we captured along the way eliminate non-essential tasks, phone distractions, any projects that aren't aligned with your goals. You're going to have to be able to set those aside. And then the last piece that we saw recurring here was investing into systems or processes or templates or spreadsheets, whatever your weapons of choice are. Do yourself a favor and let that technology lean to your advantage.
This is madness. It's madness, I tell you. And it feels so good.